What's up, everybody? Welcome to Exploring the Car. My name is Archeoastronomy. I don't have much charge on my phone, so I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. Hopefully come back here later on or another day. Now, this is a really, truly amazing and historic site. I'm right here, the shores, the ghostly phantom shores of the Hudson River, the lower Hudson River. And you can see the waters from there. So it's my research and my intuitive research has both led me to believe that this site that we're on, which has now become a historic site for other reasons, was once an ancient archaeoastronomy calendar site made with some are megalithic stones, massive stones, and I think it was dismantled in the 1700s or maybe even before then, and it was made into the site that we have today. Now, where I am is the Stony Point battlefield. This is right on the Hudson River, as you can see, and I'm going to go as quick as I can through here because I don't have much charge on my phone. So where we are is right on the phantom ghostly shores of the Hudson River, the lower Hudson River Valley, and right near Haverstraw and Stony Point, where the Haverstraw Indians once were. Now, by the late 1700s, like 1779, and all throughout the late 1770s, the British had taken over this area, and they had claimed this little peninsula of Stony Point. What was it? Let's see. So by July 15th, July 16th of 1779, there was a conflict here where we set up a way to take this strategic point that we're at, which is right at the top of the cliff here, overlooking the Hudson, where you can see boats and everything coming in. It's a very strategic point for military. So in July of Wayne and his troops took control over this. They came over the Bear Mountain Bridge, controlled over this whole area. Now, I feel that either the British or the Americans what this site really was. Now, as you can see, good morning. As you can see, there's standing stones that are lining the whole. Now, I believe all of these stones, the calendar, the archaeoastronomy site that's on top, like a huge calendar site, just like they have in Vermont. There's the calendar site in Vermont that's famous. Look at all these standing stones that are now used as a guardrail. They all have some sort of ancient measurement markings. They all are equal distant from each other, and their markings. And these are highly standing stones. You can't see in the sun really right now, but they're highly crystallized standing. Located here, they're used as building. All these are old measurement markings. Truly amazing. All these etchings, see? Look at all these etchings on here. These are measurements. I mean, they're big grooves. You can't really see in the sun too much, but there's big grooves, the measurements. Look at all these measurements, these etchings. These are all standing stones. And I know, I just know, and it's not history books, but I know this was dismantled and these were used. These are all part of the site. It's an archaeoastronomy. Look at all etchings, see? Look, ancient measurements. Now these stones are used as a guardrail. And you can see they're all lined up here. Thank you for everybody in the chat room. Got a thumbs up this. This is amazing research. Look at this. See these are measurement etchings. They also have similar stones in Massachusetts that I've seen that have these markings. And even in Avery in England, the stone circles there, they took a lot of those stones and used them as building materials. So I do believe these were relocated, and they were part on top of the cliff as a huge, massive stone circles and a calendar site and archaeological alignments. It's a huge, mountain that I'm walking up right now. You can see they're highly crystallized too, these stones. I'm not sure if any of them are granite, but you would need granite for electrical charge. And the dolmens, they work as coils and accelerators, and you get a piezoelectric or relocated. All these standing stones. Look at this. This is like a triangle stone too. All of these, and it's gonna bring you to another stone circle site at the top of the mountain, right back from the British. How's it going? We meet again.
Day off.
Yeah, no doubt. You too. So, up there we'll do another day, because that looks like a huge stone head, literally. I was at it a couple weeks ago that broke apart. One part. See, look at all this. Long ago. And I'll show you that another day or later on. But you see these massive boulders. I mean, look at these. That thing is, 30 tons. You see there's another one right on the top of that cliff here. They're all like old volcanic hills. I mean, all these mountains. You see, we're surrounded by mountains here. And here in the Hudson River. We're right on the Hudson River where I am. And you can see a lot of the mountains are cone. Serious kinetic energy. What's up, everybody? Beyond the spectrum. So right, I believe the ancient Archeoastronomy calendar site was. And you see here they're describing the battle that took place here. How they fortified, they snuck in. But and now we're coming up on a place where I think a lot of the stones were taken from that were used as guardrails. And actually, right here, there's the lighthouse. Right here is where I think it's like a volcanic crater. Right here, I think it was a volcanic crater at one time. It goes deep down, and it's surrounded by like a caldera type thing, So right here, because I'm about to lose, there's the standing stones in the ground, and I believe a lot of those stones that were guardrails were taken from here. Now look at this. It's a stone circle, just like in England, and it's right across the pond, right where, we're right on the cliff. This is a cliff overlooking, and I think where that mound is, where the lighthouse is on, where more of it was. And when they made that area for the lighthouse, they took a lot of the standing stones that are associated with this part away. And look, this is even like, almost like an altar stone or sacrifice stone, a one for a body. And look at these massive standing stones. They all have the measurement markings on them, see? They're highly crystallized. They're standing stones just like you see in England. Look at these. Massive. Highly crystallized. You know, and this is all part of, I believe, the massive stone circles. You can see, look at those etching marks. Those are measurement marks all over the stone. See them? Those are ancient, prehistoric. And then later on, people here will use them as maybe tying in the oracle I talk about on my Patreon. I just posted more today about that. The oracles in Greece, they would tie fierce hounds outside of the oracle caves and the oracle chambers, you know, it's part of, you know, like the descent Indians of the underworld, like Anubis, right? And they're always near a river, like the river Styx or the Jackal River, and there you have the Hudson River here, like the chambers of the underworld, you know. So there's probably underground chambers here associated with these stone circles. No doubt in my mind that it's on magnetic anomalies and it's on some sort of underground water chamber, because right here you have the lighthouse, and I believe when they were place for some sort of like observation, so even there they have that little circle up there, almost like a, you know, a star observation center, a planetarium almost, you know. So I mean, this would be the perfect place for that, for solstice or solar alignments, equinox alignments. I mean, look, right on top here, you're overlooking right here on the cliff of the Hudson. And you know, I have the lighthouse here in front of me, but we're right here overlooking the Hudson. Right down there is India, and you're right here on the cliff of the Hudson where these stone circles are that seem to have been an ancient calendar site at one time for archaeoastronomy. Diagram on Google Earth to show certain solar alignments that are associated with this place from certain points, like the stone circle down here, and from right here where the lighthouse is. So this is Rock Costello reporting from the Stony Point and Haverstraw Bay of the lower Hudson River Valley. Spiral out.